My name is Rachel Barker, and I'm an advocate for mental health. So today I'm going to be talking about coping mechanisms, which I think are very important because everybody needs some kind of coping mechanism. Whether you have some kind of mental illness or not, it's very important to have them because everyone has hard times in their life and you need something to escape from reality with. So this is my third video. The first two were about signs of depression and how to deal with it. And the second one was about my experience with mental health medication and my opinion on it. And just like those two videos, I do want to remind you that I am not a medical professional. So if you do believe that you need professional advice, it would be beneficial for you to go to your doctor. So coping mechanisms. There's a lot of different kinds out there, and all of them are great if they work for you. If they don't work for you, then try something else. For me personally, the first thing I do when I start to notice myself falling into depression or somewhere where I don't want to be is I watch my favorite movie. It's been my go-to movie for 6 years, and I listen to the soundtrack because it's a musical, and I just sing and let myself escape from reality for a while. And if I'm watching the movie, I just think about all the memories I have watching that movie and how happy it makes me and the meaning behind it. So that's probably my favorite one because it's easy to do and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. And sometimes when you're depressed, you don't really have a lot of energy. So it's a pretty good one. I mean, find a show that you like or a movie that you like or anything. And if you don't know what you want to watch, just ask on social media. What's your favorite thing to watch, on those streaming sites, and see what people say. And I also see my dog a lot. I'm very happy. I have a poodle. Her name is Lucy, and she is 7 years old, and she has red fur, so she's really cute. She's actually named after Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy, and I love spending time with her, like no matter what. But when my mental health isn't up to par, she's perfect. She just cuddles with me or goes for walks with me or eats treats or plays tug, does anything, and it just makes me happy because dogs are wonderful and cats are wonderful and fish are wonderful and any other animal that you can think of that makes you happy is just wonderful. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters. So yeah, animals are great. Honestly, the world would kind of suck without animals. So another coping skill that I often use is I play my cello, and I am very horrible at it, I'll admit, but it makes me happy, and it is something to keep my mind busy. I learn new songs, and I watch videos of other people playing the cello, and even just opening up my case and smelling my cello just brings back so many good memories. So if you find an instrument that you're interested in playing, try it. I mean, even if you're not good at it, if it makes you feel good and it makes you happy, that's all that really matters. So I think that's a great way to deal with the struggles of the world and the way to cope with things. And I actually learned about this app. It's called Headspace, and I use it pretty often. It talks you through how to meditate, which is pretty awesome. When people first told me to meditate, I'm like, okay, you people are crazy. But it actually really helps. It's kind of hard to explain. You have to clear your mind, which seems impossible at first. But after you give it a few tries, you're able to do it, and you're not ever going to be perfect at it. But, if you mess up, just try again, and eventually you'll just feel better. I do it, and it just brings me calmness, and I feel okay. And it has other things on there too, how to deal with anxiety and things like that. There's this one thing where it reads you stories at night, and there's different sounds it can make, like rain, which is my favorite. I love the sound of rain and thunderstorms, so I like to use that a lot. It does cost money to use the entire app, but in my opinion, it's very worth it. And this is not sponsored by them at all. I just really like the app. And there's small things you can do too if you don't have enough energy to play an instrument or go out and be with your friends. That's okay. It's tiring having depression. I get that. So when I'm too tired to deal with that, I take a nap. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not lazy. I just take a nap because it's an escape from reality and it makes me happy. Hence, I'm a writer, so sometimes my dreams give me inspiration. But even if you're not a writer and you just like sleeping, go for it. I mean, if it makes you happy, why not? You know? And there's things like going to buy yourself things. I'm not talking big things that are like hundreds of dollars. I'm talking little things that make you happy. So one of my favorites is I go to my grocery store and I find flowers in the flower section, obviously, and I look at the cheapest flowers that they have. And the flowers aren't perfect, but they make me happy. And they're like $4. And I just put them in my room and they just light up the room for a while and just give me something happy to look at and smell, and, you know, just things like that are really what matters. You know, I just think that once you find something that you like, you can use that. I know a lot of people use sports. I'm definitely not the athletic type, but sports help. Essential oils help. Just smelling things. Smell is a very, you know, it's an underestimated kind of thing. You don't really think about smell a lot. There's a lot of smells that you can really think about. Like, some things just remind me of my childhood. It just makes me happy, and just smelling things can really help. You know, or cleaning. I mean, not everyone likes cleaning. I know I hate cleaning, but if it makes you happy, go for it. I mean, just think about, what's your favorite thing to do? Is it going on vacation? You obviously can't go on vacation all the time unless you're, you know, you can, then more power to you. But if you're like me and you can't, I look up videos and pictures of my favorite place, and I listen to music from a movie that took place there, and I just kind of close my eyes, go to my happy place, and just focus on that feeling because it's very important. So hopefully this gave you some ideas. You know, there's always the obvious ideas, which is going out with friends, talking with friends, stuff like that. But, you know, if you can't, it's fine. I know religion also brings a lot of people peace. I'm not a very religious person, but I do have a religion that I'm not gonna specify because I don't want it to change your view of me. But, you know, sometimes I will worship the God I believe in, and I will pray to the God I believe in, and it just brings me this serene feeling of everything's gonna be okay. And if you've lost a loved one, it's okay to talk to them. You know, you might think I'm crazy, but, you know, sometimes I miss the loved ones that have passed, and if I'm in my car by myself, I just talk to them, and I know they probably can't hear me, but it makes me feel better. So that's all that really matters. So, you know, you could try doing that. There's a lot of things you could try. You can even look up things on the internet. Coping mechanisms. What do people do? There's things that you don't even think about. I didn't even think about the flower thing until my therapist told me about it, and it's one of my favorite things to do now. I also like reading a lot. A lot of people say books are boring or they prefer the movie, but honestly, I just think you need to find the right book that you like, or the kind of genre that you like. I used to not like reading either, and then I started reading the genres that I like, and it's usually cheesy romance novels, but that's fine. I like reading them. So try thinking about what you like and then finding a book like that. There's a lot of different things you can do other than, you know, being stressed and crying. And crying's okay. It's okay to cry, and it's okay to be stressed. But I think that the most important thing is that you know how to deal with it and you get an escape from reality. So that's it for this video. I hope that you can find some inspiration and helpful advice. If you have any more advice, feel free to comment down below. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will answer them in my next video. I do have a book on Amazon. It's called Helping a Teen with Depression, and I have a Facebook page called Rachel Barker. It's my author page because I'm an author, and I have an Instagram that says Rachel_Barker_author. So you can feel free to follow me on those. And yeah, if you're watching this and you are still in COVID-19, I'm here with you, man or woman or whatever you are. You know, we'll get through this. It'll be okay. So yeah. Have a good week.